Good morning everyone, welcome back to the plot. It is Saturday the 7th of November and it's 9:30 in the morning. So I'm back here in the plot. I thought I'd get here early and I'd be able to film a little bit and show you what's going on. But there's quite a few people here already apparently. So I'm not going to be able to do much filming, but here I'll tell you what's going to be going on. We are going to be lifting the last of the chilies. We're going to be lifting the moolie. We're going to be lifting the turnips. We're going to collect some kale. We're going to collect a few carrots. And we're going to collect the rest of the beans. We're going to weed the bean area. And we're going to trim back the raspberry canes. We're also going to weed the raspberry cane area. And we're going to plant the garlic along the front of the raspberry cane area. We're also going to plant in the pak choi and the calabrese broccoli that's been in the shed for too long now. So they're going to go in the ground. So we've got a busy weekend ahead. Hopefully we're going to get it all done. This is the first weekend where we haven't had torrential rain. In fact, it is the first Saturday of the month, which means we can have a fire this afternoon. So all the brambles and nettles that I collected in October, I'm going to try and burn them because the municipal tip is shut because we're going into COVID rules. The only things open are essential shops and services, and the tip is closed. So we'll see if we can get all those weeds burnt today, later on today. But that'll be this afternoon. We're only allowed fires in the afternoon. And yeah, we've done it before. We'll get rid of some of them. It's been quite wet all week, so I don't know how damp they're going to be, but we'll try our best to burn them. If they don't burn, then we'll just leave them to rot down and eventually get rid of them. But that's the plan so far. I've got new neighbours quite near the plot, so I don't want to be doing a lot of filming and talking to myself because I don't want them thinking I'm some sort of nutter. But I will try and give you a silent tour near the end of the day. In fact, near the end of the day, they may have gone home. They've been here before me. They've got a young child, so chances are they might go home early. But that's just the update for the moment. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Hello everyone, it's still Saturday again. So this is Saturday afternoon, been home, had some lunch. Let me give you a quick update of what we've got achieved this morning. Okay, this is what we've brought up today. We've still got the broccoli to go in the ground. And we've still got some lettuce, some Swiss chard to go in. This morning, this bed was weeded and I put a couple of cloches over the lettuces. So I'm going to put another couple of lettuces in here and stick cloches over. I've got another 2 cloches, so that'll be them. And I'll finish off weeding the rest of the leek bed. This is the moolie, which is a long big white radish which has grown all sorts of shapes. Covered in whitefly. I'm going to take one of these out and probably this turnip as well, this little purple top swede. So that's what's going to happen there. So this will all get weeded, all the leeks. This bed here, I'm going to put the calabrese broccoli that I've brought up, I think. No, I'm going to put the broad beans there. That's what I'm going to do. These ones here. So that's the broad beans that are going to go in there. The calabrese are going to go in there, which needs to be weeded. That's the potato bed. This is where the beans were. I took the bean poles out this morning and this needs to get weeded. What I'll do is I'll put some more onions in here and the garlic, I think. I've changed my mind about putting the garlic in the raspberry bed. If you have a look down here, you can see the onions are starting to come up. I don't know whether you can see that. Oh, there it is there. So there's one there. There's one there. So the garlic's beginning to come up. I've cleared the chilies out the greenhouse, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a fire and get rid of some of these weed. Now, we can only have a fire on the first Saturday of the month or on a Tuesday. So because I work on a Tuesday, this is the first Saturday of the month, so I'm going to try and get rid of some of these weeds, burn them away, because the tip's closed now because of COVID restrictions. Gooseberry bed and strawberries haven't been touched. The raspberry bed, I've cut back all the raspberries. That just needs a good weeding out, and I might cover that, or I might mulch that. That'd be a good idea. I'm going to mulch that. So yeah, there's where we are at the moment. Oh, the top bed up here. We've got about 6 or 7 pak choy and some Swiss chard. So we'll see if they take. If not, it's no great loss. We've got loads and loads of seeds for them, but we'll see what happens. Okay, that's it for now. I'll update later once I get some work done. Welcome back to the plot, everyone. It's Sunday the 8th of November, and it's in the afternoon, and I've got a couple of hours hopefully to get some stuff done before it gets dark. So yesterday I never got the garlic in, and I never got my broad beans or broccoli in, but I've got time to get that done today. Did get a lot done yesterday, but as always, you never get enough time to get everything done. So without any further ado, I'm going to get the garlic out, and I'll show you what it is and how we prepare it for the ground. Okay, well, this is the garlic I'm putting in the ground this year. It's called Gemador. It's a mild flavour violet clove garlic. This is what it actually looks like. So all we do to prepare this for planting is we break up the individual cloves. Well, that's not a good one, that's gone mouldy. Just check them as you. That's another mouldy one, not impressed with this. You don't need to take all the paper off, but you can take some off just to inspect it. It's another mouldy one, that's 3 mouldy ones. Usually I wouldn't bother with the very small cloves, but since, what, how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I might take some of my garlic. Oh, it's mouldy again, this one. That's okay. That one's okay. that one, as you can see, it's gone mouldy. So that's a dud. I might actually get some of my garlic that I grew last year, because I've still got plenty of it in the kitchen, and plant some of that. So how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 24. 24 cloves. So what I'll do is I'll get them in the ground today, and I might bring up one of my bulbs of garlic that I grew last year and plant that. Yeah, this was no, it's Taylor's. I thought it was the Isle of Wight, but it's not. This is Taylor's bulbs, quality assured since 1919. You know, maybe it's the way I was storing it. It's been in the shed so for the past 4 weeks. It has been quite damp, so it could have been there that it got the mould. So anyway, the ground's prepared. Let's go and get them in the ground. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put in these remaining onion sets I've got. I know I've got 50 in already, but I'll stick another row in, and the little small ones I'll put in a pot. 1, 2, 5. That's another row of onions in. Just put a marker at the end of the row so I know where I am. And now it's time for the garlic. The ground's quite soft, it's been raining recently, and I've just dug it over yesterday, so you can still damage the bottom of them by just pushing them into the soil, so I'm just preparing small holes first. And they go in, as you would imagine, they go in with a pointy end sticking up the way, and the roots come out the bottom, just like an onion. I'm leaving plenty of room between rows so it leaves me room to weed. Well, that's all the garlic's in so far. There's half a row there, so what I'll do is when I get home, I'll bust open a bulb of garlic and get the 3 fattest cloves or something and stick them in the rest of that row. But that's the onion bed and garlic bed all done for the winter. The only thing I'm undecided about is whether I'm going to mulch this just to suppress the weeds. As you can see, it doesn't take long for the weeds to start coming back. But there you can see the onions that I planted a couple of weeks ago coming through. And one there and one there. And if you go along the row you can see others coming up. So what I might wait and do is wait until they've all popped their heads above the ground, then I might mulch the whole bed with straw to suppress the weeds over the winter. Next thing that's going in is the broad beans, and these are going to go in the next bed, this bed here. I think I'm going to have 4 rows of 4 or 5 with a good space in between each double row, just to make it easier for harvesting. So that's what's next. Well, the broad beans were grown in the root trainers, and I've used these before because, as you can see, they're right up on the ground now. The roots are down near the bottom. I hope you can see that. So previously, if you just put the beans in the ground, then the mice come along and eat them. And there you can see how good a job the root trainers do. So the advantage of getting these in over the winter is it gives them a head start in the spring, and quite often you'll be able to start cropping them before the black fly arrives. Now I've got 20 good plants, so that's enough row for 4 rows of 5. But I'm amazed at the amount of whitefly that's on these already. don't know whether you can see the whitefly on these coming off. Well, that's the broad beans in. 24 rows of 5. That row's not very straight, but never mind. I do have this one extra. What I'll do is I'll plant him in a pot somewhere and keep him as a spare, just in case one of these die, in case the slugs come and get these. But yeah, not bad. Garlic in, broad beans in. Next job is to hoe this and get these broccolis in the ground. Welcome back to the plot, everyone. I'm just going to give you a quick end of the month tour around. There's been virtually nothing done this month because of the weather. It's been really bad, but I'll just give you a walk around anyway and show you what's happened. These peas were a bit of a dead loss. We did get some peas, but not really enough. They didn't really swell up. There's a couple of peas in that one, but yeah, a bit of a dead loss, but never mind, we tried. So what happened is, I've been looking for that. I wondered where I'd left it. What I'll do is the next dry day we get, I'll come up and I'll clear this, then I'm going to cover this, get all the weeds out and cover it. Also, the grass needs trimmed, it's getting a bit long. Over here in this bed, got some nice lettuces growing under the cloches, and a couple trying their very best outside. But yeah, the two at the end are quite well, and they can be picked and I can use them for my lunch. The leeks are doing okay. They're not massive, but there's food there. So one of the reasons I'm actually up today is just to pick some of these little sweets and some carrots. So we'll have them for our dinner over the weekend. Got haggis and neeps. I'll leave that slug here, no point taking that home. Little swines, into everything. So yeah, a couple of turnips, they'll go home with us. Don't need any leeks. Let's have a look in this carrot bed, see if we've got any carrot. Well, we've got that's a nettle. This one there. So there's that one. Take them. These are sort of like little stump carrots. They're not the long ones. Don't need that. There's that one there, but as you can see, all the wood lice and slugs have been burrowing into that. Not sure I want to take that one home. Let's see what else I've got here. Well, there's a little one. That'll do. That'll come home. And there's another little one. And there's another, well, decent sized one. Let's see, is there any more? There's another one in here that's been chewed away. Slugs. small one, a couple of small ones. Okay, so I'll take these little small ones and that big one. The two that are severely chewed through, they can go in the compost heap. And so turn up carrots. Let's just have a look in this bed, see if there's any decent ones in this bed. Oh, I can see right away. That one, it's got a hole in it from something, but there's no critters in it, so yeah, we'll take that one home as well. Really, I need to empty these beds, and well, it looks like we're going to be eating a lot of carrots this week. I need to empty these carrot beds and sort them out, get all the weeds out. Got some spring onions coming up, very small at the minute, but there's quite a few weeds starting to grow in grass. So, wasn't the best place for spring onions. I won't be putting them in here again. The carrots don't like rich soil, otherwise they start forking and splitting. But the onions do like rich soil, so yeah, it wasn't a very good idea, but yeah, you live and learn. This is the last of the rhubarb. I'm not taking anything from it. I'll just let it die back down. And what I'll do, the other crown's died down. What I'll do is I'll weed this. There's a volunteer strawberry plant. I'm going to move all my strawberry plants somewhere else during the winter. But what I'll do is I'll weed this. Doesn't need much weeding. Then I'll get a bag of horse manure from the trading hut and put the horse manure in there. Give it a good feed. Blueberries, done well this year. They were nice. The raspberries, what I've done is I've cut all the raspberry canes back down to the ground, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and weed all this. Once it's weeded, I'm going to mulch it with the straw I get from Pip's rabbits. The gooseberries and the strawberries, as I said, I'm going to move the strawberries out. Once I move all the strawberries out, it will give us a good weed, and I might even have a go at pruning back the gooseberries. And this bit, this is the broad beans, overwintering broad beans, and they're doing okay. A couple of little signs of slug damage, but nothing too major, and they'll soon grow tall enough that it won't be an issue. Now, can't remember if it was, oh, this was onion sets, a couple of spare onion sets. You can just see them beginning to come up. So that's onion sets. This is a broccoli I put in. If you can just have a quick look in there, you can see a little head starting to form. So hopefully we'll get something off them. There's a few more. I need to make more nets because the kale really needed netting and staking, but I never got round to making the nets. So there's broad beans. This is a garlic that's planted in here. There are a few coming up. I'm sure that I saw a couple earlier. Okay, there's one there just coming up. Okay, I accidentally switched the camera off there. So you can just see a little garlic sprout there. There's one there, and there are a few others, but maybe I'm expecting too much. There's one there as well. there. So this bit here is the overwintering onions, which are doing a lot better than the garlic, but they had a couple of weeks start on the garlic. So these are all coming up nicely. This bed here I put in my pak choi, and if you look at it, it's pathetic. I think slugs have just come in and they've decimated everything. So yeah, there's no point putting down slug pellets at this time of the year, they just get washed away everywhere. The other plants in there you can see is Swiss chard, that's what it is, it's Swiss chard. So we'll see if anything comes of them. They don't seem to have been touched as much as the pak choi. But yeah, we're not going to get any stuff rice from that pak choi, that's all gone. So what else has been going on? I've been clearing out the weeded area over here. I really need to get back up here and finish what I started, but the weather's just been so wet recently. It's not much fun trying to work in wet soil. It just makes everything twice as hard. Chili plant in there, I might try overwintering that, I haven't decided yet, but it's still okay at the moment. Other things that are going on, we got a skip last week, so it allowed us to get rid of some rubbish. So what I've done was I cleared out all my bottom shed. This bush here has still got some really nice little flowers on and berries. I have no idea what this is. But it's really, really nice. I was going to chop it out, but I think I might keep it. It's a nice bit of colour this time of year. So the bottom shed, that's where I was going to go. So I'll come this way. There's too many nettles and brambles that other way. Shed still needs tidied up. But I'm hoping my water butts should be filled up. Down at the bottom of this path it's all flooded where we've had so much rain recently. But this is my shed as well. It doesn't lock. But it's I say shed, it's barely a shed, it's hardly holding together. But what I've done is I've put all my canes in here, keep them dry over the winter. I also found some netting in that bag. The floor's barely there. You stand on it, you go through it, although not very far. Same with the roof. I have patched the roof up as best I can. I was thinking about replacing the roof, but I don't know. I'll see. I might. Maybe in the spring when it's got a few dry days. And I found this large plastic watering container, which I am going to use for making nettle tea. Now anyone that doesn't know what nettle tea is, sorry, that big metal thing just fell on my foot. Anyone that doesn't know what nettle tea is you put the nettles in a container with water and you leave it to soak until the nettles all rot down and are really stinking, and it is really stinking. And it's a good plant fertiliser. It's full of nitrogen. You see some people making tea with comfrey leaves, but the nettle tea will work just as well. So all those nettles I've pulled out, I'm sure they'll all start coming back. And if they do start coming back, the next time they do come back, I'm going to strip them out and make nettle tea. There's other places there. I've got some here, and there's some in there. So yeah, there's where it's there's where we are at the moment. Peas are going to come out. That's going to get covered and cleared, just like that bed. That bed's still productive with leeks and lettuce and turnips. Still pulling out decent carrots, and we've got some spring onions. Rhubarb's resting over the winter. Blueberries are finished. Raspberries are finished. Gooseberries are finished. Strawberries are finished. Onions coming out. Don't know whether you can see that. Oops, excuse my finger. Broad beans are doing okay so far, and who knows, we might even get a Calabrese broccoli off of one of these. Yeah, I need to get some wood and make some bigger nets. That kale's okay, but yeah, it's been chewed up by the pigeons and God knows what else. Well, as I said, not much has happened this month, but we'll keep going. Hopefully we'll get some nice dry days in December, and we'll get some more progress clearing up that top end of the plot, getting everything, all the brambles dug out, all the roots dug out, and sort out the grass, get the grass trimmed, because it's looking a bit untidy as well. But that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you again next month. Bye.